Hi guys, I'm Chuck.
I'm Brian.
And you're watching Hot Golf, and today we're at Pelican Waters Golf Course and we're going to do a review for you and we'll show you a few holes that we played. Check it out.
Alright guys, here we are today at Pelican Waters Golf Club up here at Sunshine Coast. Caloundra, I think, is the
it is.
suburb itself. Is quite big actually.
There's a Golden Beach. It might be Golden Beach.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's you drive all the way around, you almost got a letter U from the highway to come back around.
Pretty much.
So we came here about 4 or 5 weeks ago.
I'd say it's 5 weeks.
5 weeks, May. And we had probably, in our opinion, a below average experience.
Yeah, we did.
And just so you don't have to watch that video again, I think there was a few issues with the buggies breaking down.
Yep.
No ice, and so, just a few things, and Pelican Waters were kind enough to get in contact with us after our review.
Yep.
And they sent Charlie a nice little email, and they've invited us back out. So
yeah, to try. What they were trying to do is get us to try Pelican Waters again at its normal,
at its peak, at its prime,
at its prime, its luster, because they did acknowledge a few issues that we brought up on video.
Yeah.
And the biggest issue for Brian
was the ice. Well, I think when you're playing a resort course, there should be ice at an esky.
Yeah.
Because I think that's just kind of what a resort course is to me.
Yep.
And we our buggy pretty much was like a Formula One Grand Prix kind of track thing. The car came in, and this car was given to us. No tyre change, no battery change, no petrol. We were straight onto it. We didn't even get out of pit lane.
No. It was the clapped out liner at Kingston Park. 48 5-year-olds had already driven it that day.
That's right. If you're a Top Gear, it's that one car that they always bring along if Hammond's car will break down. You know what I mean, Nick? Yeah. And they always bring that out. So, but yeah, so they emailed you and they invited us back out.
Yep. So they wanted to rectify a few of the issues that we brought up. Now, I'm not going to name any names, but the committee here, the guys that run Pelican Waters, one thing we brought up was the cart paths in the state that they are in. They're deco cart paths, and we had that cyclone Tracy or whatever it was called 12 weeks ago.
Tracy's Darwin, yeah. On Christmas
Okay,
Day.
So maybe it wasn't Tracy. Maybe it was Donna or Jamie Lee. With the Lee in the name, it's gonna Debbie.
Debbie, that's right.
So we had that about 12 weeks ago, and that was a lot of residual wetness in the ground. Anyways, the cart paths were rutted out to start with, and there's a lot of water laying in areas and things like that. So what they've said in response to that, the cart paths, they use deco material and unfortunately it presents issues when wet. Like it was, and it was raining that day that we were here too, wasn't it?
I think it was so bad, some even were underwater, so you couldn't see the potholes to begin with. So we were pretty much just banging our forged irons together. So
pretty much. So when wet, so they get potholes and casual water and things like that. They said the committee and Pelican Waters is currently in the process of reshaping some of the badly affected areas, which include low-lying areas that need deco material and introduce new and better drainage. Runoff areas which will prevent water laying on the paths for extended periods of time and things like that. So that's going to help. Yeah. That's one thing they actually knew about. It's good. And they wanted to tell us.
It's been acknowledged, and it's good that it actually sounds like... Yep. It doesn't sound political, like we're just telling you this until it covers it, but that sounds good.
That sounds good. Yeah, so that's a good start. So the other thing that was an issue, we got our first cart and it ran out of battery.
Oh no, there wasn't battery to begin with. Pretty much. It was quite comical.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
I think we can mention name Jordan.
Yes.
The young boy there, Jordan, fan of the show.
He's lovely.
Probably is now, but he was good. He was good.
Yeah. So the cart batteries, they actually had an issue with the cart batteries, and it wasn't just happening to us. They had a lot of issues with this, and a lot of members that were saying things. So the cart batteries, in response to that, between March and May, which is when we originally came here, in May, we experienced numerous battery charging issues due to the aging fleet of the golf carts. Yeah, so up to 30 carts were affected where the batteries were just going flat before time. The affected carts have had all batteries replaced and have allowed for better consistency with charging and rounds. So when we come here, they had like a round before we played, and then we were the second round. Yeah. So our second cart actually was running low as well, and we were in fear of running flat. So.
We were kind of pacing it around at a certain pace. We were sure not to hit the foot to the floor never really went down, did it? We knew we had to keep it going. So. Yeah.
Now, as for the other issues that we brought up, you can go back and see our other video. We're going to go through them today on course, and we'll show you a few holes that we play real soon. boys, we're playing a lovely par 3 6th hole. The boys are teeing off there down there. We're playing off the blacks today. Complete water carry all the way to the hole. Ooh, sounds good. Looks good. Good ball. Good ball.
This is a lovely hole.
It is, eh? This is prime. Oh.
Should be right. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
It was thin, was an understatement.
Very 1.5 groovy. Somebody's club.
Testament to Forte distance balls right there.
Forte. That's right, there's your 10%.
I don't want to have to sort of do this later on, that's quite pretty.
Yeah.
Cart paths are quite bumpy, it's all been graded.
Yeah. Drag everywhere.
Now you can see how flat it is.
Yeah.
Not bad. Where'd you go, mate?
Should be on the green.
Oh, there.
No, right there.
Oh, there. Good shot.
Right.
There's Brian, he's had a nice shot, he's up the back of the green. There's the pin. If it gets over and it tracks down. Wow, that rolled. Mate, pick her up. There's 560 members here, so it's quite a few members.
Yeah.
That's more than what I expected. Membership fees are $3,295 full inclusive. That's 7 days and Saturday playing rights.
With carts, or is that just what?
I don't think that's carts. The length of the course, no, that's not carts. I think carts are on top of that. So I don't know if they've got sheds here. I doubt you'd be able to keep your own on. They'd probably, most courses like this, it's like a $700 fee or something like that to have carts inclusive. It's certainly dubbed as one of your more premium courses.
Yeah, around here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the length of the course, it's 6,289 metres. That's the championship tees. That's probably the tees that we'll have a crack at today.
True, yeah, round down the back. So what, 7,500 and something yards for the Americans in English?
Yeah.
At home.
So it's a fair course. Men's blue tees, the competition tees which I use regularly on Saturdays, which is what we played off last time, is 5,800 metres. Ladies, yellow tees are 6,000, and ladies are 2,000. So what's that in yards?
5.2.
It's like 6.
No, 5,740. Is that right? Oh, it's 10%, isn't it? GST.
So GST and change. So so we talked about before. This is one of Greg Norman's design courses. He also designed in this area, Brookwater, just back near us in Brisbane. And I don't know any other courses that Greg's done in this area.
I don't know of anybody.
Glades.
Glades.
I do. Normandy
Yeah.
Glades.
The Grange.
Yeah.
The Grange, I think he did that.
Okay. So guys, we're halfway through our round at Pelican Waters. It's been nice so far. They've certainly cleaned up the bunkers and things like that. The cart paths have been graded and a few other things have happened. Like, what do you think so far?
I think, well, greens are good. The greens weren't a problem to begin with, I think.
No, they weren't.
Bunkers have got a lot more sand in them.
Yep.
But as you said, they've just kind of, a few of them I think have just been thrown on top.
Yep.
We'll see what that's like with years to come, and I
Yeah.
suppose with weather events too. Honestly, yeah, like you said, car paths are a lot smoother.
Yep.
Buggies are definitely a hell of a lot better. Yeah, so the buggies are night and day better.
Yep.
So much so that they're so clean we're almost slipping out of them.
Yeah.
It's ironic because they were wet and rainy.
They've certainly had a touch up.
The ice, plenty of ice in there too. The club cleaner, there's actually water in there.
So the DK paths have been graded, and this is one thing that we had an issue with before. They're still DK paths, and it's not really a windy day, and we're getting hit with a lot of dust so far. It's a little bit irritating. We're off the fairway. Some of the grass is still mixed. Certainly not nicer. A lot better coverage. A lot of the weeds in the fairway have gone though, which is good. Brian touched on the bunkers.
Yep.
They look like they've been sanded on top, and Nick actually had a shot before where he hit through the top layer of nice sand, which was soft and fluffy, and hit the really sort of hard stuff underneath. Some new carts and a lot of new batteries.
So far I'm enjoying the experience.
Yeah, so far so good.
So, I've got my opinion on this course, but I'm going to ask Nick first. What are your first thoughts on Pelican Waters?
Well, the layout's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I like the layout. It's tough. You got to be in the right place. It's not one of those ridiculously wide resort courses where you can be 50 metres offline and
still have a shot.
Yeah, unless you find it on the other
fairway as you. That's right. So we've got a guy teeing off. So if we duck out of the way, that's probably why.
I do like the layout. It's a fun layout. There's a hole coming up. Not next hole, hole after. I like that one.
I know a lot of people
it's a big
said
shoot
they've said some people have said it's the best for you finishing holes up the coast here. So,
yeah, well, 17's a nice, like, you just tree lined everything. You're just in a massive.
Well,
we're fine.
Sorry if we're distracted. He's probably hit a house. Oh, that sounded soft.
Ooh. Yeah, and then you got 18, which is a pretty tough hole.
So I reckon, what would you rate it out of 10 based on $79? I think is a special, and you get a $15 bar credit.
Well,
so what would you spend your $15 on?
Alcohol.
Yeah, fair enough.
You had to ask that question.
That's true. So out of 10, what would you rate it?
In this condition, probably 7.5.
7.5, yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. I'd probably go 7.5, 8. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the fairways and greens are in really good condition.
Yep.
Just a few things around the edges that bring it down a bit, but yeah. I mean, considering the weather they've had,
that's
not
true.
Too bad.
I think it has dried out a little bit now, so we're starting to see what the pars are like, what they're going to be like, stuff like that. So
we haven't really found any soggy spots or anything like that.
No, that's true. Not on the course.
No.
So that's 7.5 and an 8 from me.
Oh, 8.
There we go. Did I give it an 8?
That's all right.
I'll meet you halfway. All right. Thanks, guys.
So we're here on the 17th hole, one of the feature holes at this course. It's got a few. It plays a lot like Northflex. There's a lot of like bio, type of swampy stuff as you can see around. It's got a lot of wildlife. We've seen penguins, ducks, pelicans,
Zebras.
So
a couple of tigers.
Yeah, kangaroos. It's a lovely course. Lion. It has got a few issues with the pass and things like that. If you see at the ground, it's a bit rough. There's dirt kicking up on us, and if I'm paying $79 or more, that's maybe a bit irritating by the end of the day, especially if there's wind around. And if there is wind, this definitely plays hard. This is like a tunnel type fairways, and we see on the first 9 that we played, they're a lot more generous, I think. They're more sort of resort style, whereas this feels like sort of, I don't know, parkland / tropical, I don't know, bushland type of stuff. Yeah, it's tough. So this is one of the next favourite holes on the 17th, so what do you think of it?
Good. I mean, like, as you can see, it's definitely a risk-reward hole because you can either play it safe to the corner or you can try take on the corner and get, another. You only really got to carry it an extra 20-30 metres and you're cutting 100 metres off the hole. Yeah. So I reckon let's just bomb drivers and see how we go.
Yeah, from off the black tees, I reckon drivers the
play. It's only like a 300 carry, you should do fine.
Thanks, guys. So guys, we're here at the end of Pelican Waters. We played the whole course with Forte golf balls today. The Apex 6 is our pick, by the way, but yeah, we played the whole course. I think it's really lovely. There's a few good features that we'll see Brian and Nick talking about before. Nick gave it a
7.5.
Brian gave it
8,
and I'm going to go with Brian. It's an 8 out of 10, especially when you consider price and things like that. And there's a few issues that they need to resolve, but they certainly resolved a few of our other issues with the carts and things like that. Check out the drone footage and all the rest of the stuff coming soon. So we give this overall an 8 out of 10. Thanks, guys.